Hey guys, welcome to the Brad Petting channel, and I Blew It is back, season 3. We're going to be checking out episode 1, kicking it off with Mpho. And wow, people need prayers. Like, people need serious prayers. I mean, like, how do you steal from a blind man? Like, how? Anyways, let's get into it and let's check out what went wrong. So we're going to be looking at the story of Mpho Magiva. He's from Orange Farm, technically the Val. At the end of the day, this story is really another I Blew It story. I mean, you guys know by now that I Blew It covers stories of people that got some sort of excess amount of money, and it documents, or they basically tell the story of how they blew it. And looking at the story of Mpho, it's really heartbreaking. And once again, remember to subscribe to the Bright Planning channel, because this is why this channel has been established, to help people like Mpho who don't have financial knowledge and hope to expose some knowledge to help with changing your career. He received about 2.9 million rands. He didn't necessarily go and apply immediately, but he got some assistance from a pastor, and the pastor sort of referred him to the lawyers that assisted him to get his RAF claim. So Mpho received money via the Road Accident Fund. The Road Accident Fund is basically an entity which assists to compensate people that have been involved in road accidents. And if you get injured in a particular way on the road, you are able to claim. So notoriously, it's very difficult to get money from the Road Accident Fund. You fundamentally need a lawyer to assist you and be able to get something out of the fund, because there's a certain way that you have to prove your case and medical records and so on, and that's how most people get money via the Road Accident Fund. What he did right before the accident is that he was clearly quite a smart and intelligent person. He definitely got a good education as he was in various jobs, or in a job that was actually paying him well, and he was able to acquire some assets, as his brother explains within the video, that he acquired quite a bit of assets in a short space of time. So there's indication that he had a well-paying job, and he kept on getting educated, doing short courses, and just basically getting his education well round up, and he was doing quite well for himself. So once Mpho got his 2.9 million, one of the good things that he did with the money is he bought some assets. This one you take it with a pinch of salt. So when you're talking assets, he bought about 15 cars, so 14 plus a truck. I put this with good simply because a car is an asset, albeit a diminishing asset. And the good thing is he bought something that which at a later stage he can sell, whether it be at a profit or at a loss. At least it will be some sort of proceeds that comes back to him. And the cars, albeit that they are too many, and mind you, this guy is blind, he has 15 cars. I mean, I can see quite well with my eyes, and I don't have that many cars, that is for sure. Those cars he can use to gain economic benefits, so that's why it's important to recognize that at least he bought something, because there have been other cases in I Blew It, people literally just have nothing and they spend everything on consumption. He bought a house. The house that he purchased was at about 260,000, which is a good thing that you have shelter. And the one thing that he really did good, that I'm actually proud of him, is he actually started a business with he bought a water truck, and this business was actually bringing him a good amount of income. And for me, this is very good, as many people, when they receive excess amount of money, they don't consider the fact that they need to establish or buy their way into getting an additional income and actually get more additional income. So it's very, very important to establish a regular income, and for me, I am very happy that those are the things that he did once he got his money. So what went wrong? So looking at everything that has happened, one of the things that I have to start with is based on the video that I recently made. I talk about the 6 wealth elements, as you can see them on the screen, and the one which I want to point out to is spirituality, leading to the big accident that actually happened, whereby he was in that ambulance accident that actually made him, completely blind. It was almost as if there was some sort of spiritual attack for this guy to be blinded. As a blind person, there might be things that are quite important for him to have to help him navigate his disability, but to spend money on things which really don't matter, they do not bring life to you, they do not make your life better. Because remember, at the end of the day, RAF money is designed to compensate you for the accident that you went through, the inconvenience of being injured. You get compensated to live a comfortable life, looking at the fact that you might not be able to have the chance that you had before the accident, in terms of the likelihood of you maintaining yourself. So at the end of the day, this guy was spending money on people around him. People were visiting him, people were coming basically to suck money out of him. And this is one thing that you need to be careful of when you get an excess amount of money, because, and I highlight the word excess, because when something is excess, you basically you don't have a plan for that excess amount of money. So anything impulsive, anything that makes you feel good, you end up directing those needs to the excessiveness, because you believe that you have more than you need. And therefore, this is a direct route to poverty. It's a direct route to being broke, because all of your money is just going to be eaten up by consumption. His giving did not have reciprocity. It did not come back, because people were literally just using him. And people like celebrities, at one point he was starting a music career, and he was buying studio equipment, he was buying all sorts of things which amounted to about 100,000. And for me, the sad thing is, as he was doing all of that, there were no documentation, there was no contract signed with the people that he was working with. Because at the end of the day, he has invested, he has put in something into some, because he was not doing this at his house, he was doing this at somebody else's house. And that somebody, he should have had some sort of a contract to stipulate that, okay, if I am buying the assets, that not only is it helping me to to further his music interest, it's also helping the owner of that property, of that studio, because now he's getting a new refurbished studio. And I would believe maybe there was some sort of a payment in kind, but at the same time there should have been direct terms, of which should be in his favor, because he's fundamentally helping somebody beforehand, so he should be benefiting. Because now, if maybe they were exchanging sort of services, saying that you buy the studio, you pay for the studio plus equipment, renovations, whatever the case may be, and on the other hand, the guy who owns the studio will produce music for him for free for a certain period, or so many tracks, whatever the case may be, something of that nature. And you should not, just because you have money does not mean you have to pay people, you have to do things for people. No, you don't have to do anything that you participate in, no matter how you got that money, you should get something out of the deals that you make. And for me, unfortunately, he got the worst deals. He did not get much out of it. Yes, the video does not give a lot of details of exactly what happened, but looking at how things turned out, his music career did not really do anything for him, except many people benefited in terms of what he could do for them rather than what they could do for him. Another thing that went wrong is he started getting some more bad luck, whereby his trucks got stolen, his music equipment got stolen. So once again, guys, it goes back to that wealth element in terms of spirituality. If you are not somehow protecting yourself from a spiritual sense, who knows what's happening? And I'm not saying that I'm a pastor. All I'm just saying is, these things are real. There's so many spiritual warfare that's happening out there. And once again, I just feel like this guy was under severe attack. And if you really observe the sequence of events, when he lost his truck, that's when all hell broke loose. He lost everything, fundamentally speaking. And once again, I'm very proud at him because when he lost his truck, he says he had around about 350,000 on his bank account. And for me, that is really quite impressive. He maintained his wealth. Yes, he made some few bad decisions, but once again, he maintained his wealth because he had a monthly income. He had an income that was, or a regular income that was coming towards him. And unfortunately, he lost out when he bought, his truck got stolen, and then at the end of the day, that income immediately stopped. And it's so unfortunate that that happened, because that's where his downfall started to occur. And once again, for the mere fact he had 15 cars, and all those cars somehow were taking cash out of him, for me, I say that him buying so many cars was really pointless. He should have bought more trucks so that he can have sustained and built his business, as clearly it was doing well. So he should have gotten more trucks in order to assist him in terms of getting or strengthening that regular income. So yeah, that was a really unfortunate thing, and once again, very sad. At the end of the day, guys, what went wrong here primarily is, this guy did a lot of social spending. People will come to you when you have money. Always have a plan for your life. Do not allow yourself to be used by people. It's very important, especially when you get excess money. One thing I always say to clients and people is that let money marinate you. When you get money, most of the time, if you're not used to getting money, you have an urge, because all the time you've been feeling, you've been dreaming, you just want to get something that you've always wanted. The minute you get money, there's like an itch. And for me, I keep on saying, guys, it's very important. That itch it's not good. It's not good for yourself, it's not good for your life, it's not good for your wealth, because at the end of the day, that one itch can lead you to go into a store. And stores, particularly today, are designed in such a way that you have to spend more than you have to. And the problem is, you are not managing your psychology. And at the end of the day, you're going to end up buying things that you don't need. So I keep on saying to people, let money marinate you. So it's very important, guys, to look out for that. Once again, please watch my video of the 6 wealth elements. It will definitely give you an idea on how you can start planning, particularly now it's a new year, for how you can use your money better. And also be subscribed to the channel, as I do provide financial education. I do some other things like gaming videos and just cover general tech. So yeah, guys, please subscribe, like, and share this video. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you learned something this time around, and see you on the next one.